Hello everyone, welcome back to the Battlefield Siege. Ryan here. I've been cooking up a storm. This has been kind of sitting on my mox field for a little bit. This was my Ox Knight, I'm calling it. So it's running the Spirit Mascot and the Breathless Knight. This is like, you're looking at this and you're going, Ryan, you're doing like 5 things here. Chill out. But I just really wanted to play a bunch of these cards all in one and just have a really cool value engine, waste the game life, waste a randomly combo if I want to, and just go to town. And Mardu has a really cool sideboard package as well, especially with the idea of first day of class and learn, and just the colors that you get access to dust, you know, hand disruption, wrath effects through the breath weapons and whatnot. But let me just kind of explain how this deck works. So it warps around Breathless Knight and Spirit Mascot, so they both kind of have this effect where when a creature comes out of the graveyard into the battlefield, you put a counter on the Breathless Knight, or if it's itself that comes out of the graveyard, you put a counter on it. Spirit Mascot is any card that leaves the graveyard. So we have these 2 cards that kind of can work together if we're removing creatures out of the graveyard. And then I realized, hey, Ryan, first of class and Putrid Goblin and Carrion Feeder is an infinite combo. And I know they kind of do their thing with it anyway. And if you're playing goblins, you're playing the Prospector instead. But I realized there was this really cool sack outlet idea, and then Pursue the Past and Faithless Looting can draw and discard cards, and you can unearth things. And I was like, well, Sneaky Snacker works really good with discard effects, and Faithless Looting and Pursue the Past works really well with Spirit Mascot. And I realized kind of this thing kind of all formed together. And I made this deck first. I did like a Fanatical Offering version with Cleansing Wildfire, but I just felt it was too slow and clunky. This is like a weird like sacrifice build that kind of actually works. I had a couple slots left, and I was like, I actually want to run Lunark Veteran because Lunark Veteran gains life for a little bit clunky at the beginning, and it's also a way to discard and bring things out of the graveyard because it's cast. We're casting a creature out of the graveyard, so Breathless Knight still works, and so does Spirit Mascot. Kind of to top it all off, we have these unearths Village Rites. Village Rites is really cool if you've done a Pursue the Past with Sneaky Snacker, goes to the graveyard, comes back, then you Village Rites it, sacrifice it, draw 2 cards, it comes back. So we have all these cool ways of using the Spirit Mascot and Breathless Knight. So that's the deck. It's a really cool mid-range deck with a random combo in it as well. It's really resilient. And then over the sideboard, we have a learn package with the Zula Always Lies. So even if they target the Putrid Imp, I call it Putrid Imp, Putrid Goblin, you can actually still put a counter on it with the learn from the first day of class if they do it in response. Put a counter on it and still go through the combo if you want to. Firebending Lessons just a way just to shoot a creature if we need to. Run an extra snuff out for that little bit of interaction where we need it. And then, yeah, just a couple dust to dust. Ways to kind of gain life against those really fast burn decks so we can get there in the mid game, and some breath weapons for some crowd control and now spell bomb. Don't forget these little duresses just for those combos and whatnot. Anyway, this is the deck. I've played the games. They're really, really good games. I'm really excited for you to see how this kind of deck works. Yes, there's probably better versions of this deck, and why don't you just run like Jund or whatever? But like, it's just fun to play new cards. You know what I mean? And this, I feel like, has really something behind it as well. So let me know what you think in the comments below. If you do like these videos or you want to support me, you can go down in the description. There's ways to do that. I play these decks with mana traders. You can use my code word SiegeRyan if you want to do that. And yeah, let's get back in the kitchen, eh? Let's play some matches. I'll see you in the first one. All right, this hand's keepable. We got some discard stuff. I want an unearth. That's what I want. I'm actually gonna go get a. Let's play the Crag first. That is good. Yeah, so we can play Crag. We want an untapped Swamp though. Probably what we're going to be doing is just going Faithless Looting. Let's just discard the Breathless Knight, and then we can unearth it on the following turn. Hopefully. That's the plan anyway. Alright, just 2 islands. We could also chill for a little bit. We could chill for a little bit. I think first things first, let's just try and resolve this Faithless Looting. Because I have a feeling it might be counted. It wasn't counted. The Caves is good. I kind of want to just discard this. And probably a Landscape now. So what we can do is we can play the Bloodfell Caves this turn. And then we can go, yeah, we want the Mountain as well. Let's just get rid of this and this. So next turn, ideally what we want to do is kind of auto yields so we can play land. That's important. And then next turn we can go Mountain, play the Mascot, and then unearth the Breathless Knight. And then we have a 3/3, 2 3/3s, which sounds actually pretty dismal to be honest. But I think that's okay. I think that's okay. And then, yeah, we can just kind of take it from there. So they'll probably just want to counter the Spirit Mascot, I guess. Discarding a Sneaky Snacker would have been, you know, real good. They're doing Impulse. I'm wondering what version they're running. They're obviously going to be having some kind of shenanigans with stuff. Look, it's kind of nice having at least all these pursues so we can kind of go through our deck a bit more. But, you know, we're double spelling here. We're playing this Mascot, which they're probably going to... Okay, they're going to brainstorm and maybe counterspell this. But then we can just unearth this Breathless Knight. And then, you know, we're off to the races, if you will. We are off to the races. And then we can float next turn with this and, you know, tap the white. Right, they're just letting that happen. So they must not have a counterspell. Or they're just worried about... Surely they didn't think an unearth was going to come, though. Maybe they have a Spell Pierce. I'm just happy we're doing the thing that I like. Alright, cool. So the things happen. Let's just yield through these because it's going to happen. Always yield, always yield. And, oh yeah, okay. This is like this mono, we've played against this mono blue control deck before. And it was kind of slapped, to be honest. It was pretty good. So I cut down on just running like 3 first day of class because like the combo's there, but like, you know, we might even discard it, to be honest. The brainstorming. I'm hoping we find the bloody Sneaky Snacker or something. We could even probably just cast the Faithless Looting, that might be better. Get rid of the mountain. Well, the Barons. Probably the best use of our mana. Let's just attack. We'll attack first. Yeah, this is the combo as well. Like, it's a pretty lit combo, to be honest. I'm trying to beat this combo. That's the other thing. The last thing doesn't really matter to them too much. Back with this. I think we just flash back the looting. I guess we should have done that pre because we could have made it bigger. The Mascot. And it's unlikely that we're going to draw a plane, so let's just tap first. We should just discard a Pursue the Past anyway. Yeah, let's just do this now. Alright, and see if it resolves. It does. Let's get rid of the Snacker. They draw a plane, which is interesting. I like the untaps. Let's just get rid of the Barons. We'll play the Carnarium and we'll just pick up the mountain. And on our turn, we can actually just go first dev class Pursue and just get like a Sneaky Snacker in. I can't remember if their card it's a 1/3 or a 1/2, but we could even potentially just go get a I mean, this is probably like if they can cast it non-stop. 2/4 is a little bit annoying. We can destroy it. Let's just do this now, see if this resolves. Oh, I don't have a swamp out. Ah, okay. What should I do? Let's start with this. We want to discard this and not too hectic on anything else. And because we drew that, I mean, it's got flying, so the first dev class doesn't matter as much. Although we can play the swamp, I think, here. So maybe we do first dev class, get just like a firebending lesson. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just use our mana the best we can. And then we just shelter and get a tap swamp and then snuff out that and attack with everything. I think it's the best use of our mana. Everything gets bigger. This is a 5/5 that comes to 4/4, and it's a 2-turn clock. Maybe we don't even care about maybe we don't even care about a I think they, because there's summoning sickness, right? I think we just played the sheltered landscape. Oh, we might want to cycle it. Let's play the swamp. And then at least we can snuff out what we want. We can attack. And it's a 2-turn clock. This is pretty good. This is pretty lit here, if you ask me. We even kick at the 5 betting list and we have double bits of interaction. Snap, you say. That's a good card. Good card. I've heard good things. Heard good things about that card. And they're snapping both. I mean, that's not that good because it has counters. So it's still like a 4-4. And I think they run, I guess they run waste, I guess. And we can 5 bending less than probably this, just a Spy Golem, to be honest. Alright. Not the end of the world. They got, yeah. The Steel Cam, they don't want to sack the Steel Cam because then they can't do a combo. I think on our turn, we just want to hit one of these Spy Golems with like a full kicked 5 bending lesson. I don't think they have anything particular. We got so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, we could play this landscape just in case. Although we might want to cycle. No, we're not going to be cycling anyway. Let's just play mountain. Let's just get rid of both of these, eh? We're more likely to have the carrion feeder here. So we just kick it, see if that works. Snuff out the other one. I think we need to be aggressive here. And this is counterspell. Oh, the sewer. Okay. Yeah, just tap that down. Okay. Since we're getting into in 4-3 here. Don't have anything else. And we'll just play this carrion feeder, I guess. Four, 3, 7, 8. There could be a universe where we just draw 2 creatures and we have lethal in play, but they have a lot of cards in hand. They can do a lot here. You know, you just play another one of these. Another Spy Golem. Alright. Mascot's not ideal. So again, I don't think they can really, well, they can probably combo, but they've lost a lot of stuff. We could play a Mascot. We could land play Mascot. Good land. Play Mascot and then pursue might be better. The Breathless Knight doesn't do a lot here, and you probably need something like a good spell to handle this Spy Golem. Let's just play this and pursue first, I think. We could play the Breathless Knight, but I just don't feel like it does anything. But we need to find something here. Plus pursue. White. That, and we'll cast pursue. And we'll just discard the landscape. At least we can sacrifice that. Well, that wasn't good. Let's just attack with this Spirit Mascot, I guess, and we'll set up a bigger turn next turn. Oh, they'll make it a 5/5. I mean, that's just huge. Alright, well, we'll just sack and get rid of that, I guess. We could have made like a bigger carrion feeder, I guess. We could have, because we were drawing 2 cards, we could have just sacked this Sneaky Snacker because it's not going to be getting through anyway. And then playing the Breathless Knight. Playing the Breathless Knight, sacking the Sneaky Snacker, and then pursuing and bringing it all back. That's what I should be doing, and that's what this deck is designed to do. They're on 10. I mean, it feels like they probably don't. Oh, I'm speaking way too soon. They're playing something big here. Or just playing Lauren build. Okay. I was gonna say I don't think they have the combo just yet. I feel like it's the one that like that bounces this or whatever, like they do. It's slightly different to what I'm used to. Is what I'm trying to say. Let us just play with the Carnarium, Breathless Knight. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. This Karen Fear is probably just fodder. Snaps are good against us, damn. Good land. Play the Carrion Feeder. Sacrifice this. And then let's just cast this Pursue the Past. Does resolve. Where's all the counter spells? I do not know. Comes back. They both get stuff, but now it's a 5/5. And even we can just attack with this Karen Feeder as well. Like it's lethal, they have to kind of block now. We just sack these two. Okay, they might have a snap here, I guess. I still want to sack these two creatures. Because I want to threaten lethal. Yep. There we go. And then we'll be able to make this Breathless Knight a little bit bigger as well. But I think we can only make it a 4/4. Because that's how this Lunok veteran works. But I think that's okay. Here we are. It's wild because I think they combo they need to have an untapped creature to get things to work. Brainstorming, fair enough. So they can have an A block. I guess this is the combo as well though. They can just tap and make this and then, you know, they can snap one thing and then. Oh, that's good. We have to sack it all. It's such a good card. So I get for tapping out, eh? They're probably won now because of the fadeaway. I have to play around that now. Think about what I want to. Obviously, I'm bringing in Dust to Dusters against them. Bell Bombs, I don't think matter too much. Duras is a nice. We've got a game on our hands. We have a game on our hands. They do have a bit more going on though, just because of how they go on. Anyway, we'll play this Lunok veteran. Play this goblin. And then yeah, so they still don't have the combo going for them. Let me just hold on to this to make me think that we have something else. But we're a little bit in How's Your Father territory. That fadeaway won the game for them, I think. It's a little bit too much for us. I just hit for 5 every turn. Cool card, and it's a shapeshifter as well. Yep, in you come. Probably bring the snuff outs, I guess, as well. The extra snuff outs. First day of class. What does that get us? Maybe just keep it in case we draw Carrion Feeder and we can combo, I guess. Just gets us this. Maybe it'll come up, maybe it won't. I don't know, we'll attack for 3. Like, oh, they have a full flash. That's fine. We get in for at least 2, I guess. 5/5s are pretty legit, and this is, I guess, part of the combo with the sewer. They get a retraction helix and the sewer valence. We let this happen because, again, if we draw a carrying feeder or unearth, we can do our combo. Maybe we should have been running the deal damage lands, potentially. They know that we don't have a removal spell, otherwise we would have 100% removed that Die Mimic. Funny, because another 5 betting lesson probably would have gone pretty far here. Alas. They're just cracking in with both. I mean, if they attack with both, we take it. If they don't have anything, they obviously can have something quite easily. But if we draw like any creature besides a Sneaky Snacker, we can go first step class, give it haste. I mean, Pursue's interesting. May as well start there. Does let us live for another turn as well, funnily enough. Planarium. Sneaky Snacker back. Well, let's just play this. Oh, I was meant to first step class first, bugger. Sort of held control. So we're not cooked just yet. I think we just attack for 2. We had lethal though, but that's okay. That's just me being bad at the game. I talked through that. That was what we were going to do. They surprisingly haven't gone. Maybe they have half the combo, like they have a retraction helix, and they're just looking for the other half. Wow, we actually pulled it back. That's crazy. Anyway, these Dusted Us absolutely cooked against him. I want Duresses. I want to snuff out. I don't care about the Null Spell Bombs as much. I don't think we need to go combo. So I'm actually going to cut down. I don't mind some first dev classes, but now we just got so much interaction. I think we can probably cut maybe like a Carrion Feeder, some level of Faithless Lootings. I kind of like the Village Rites still, the Putridiums and whatnot. Probably cut like 2 Breathless Knights because of their shenanigans with like the bounces. I still like the Putridiums, still like keeping some level of the combo. Lunatic Veterans are pretty crap. So we just shave everything, to be honest. I think everything's kind of needed, and we just bring in more interaction. So we're playing more mid-rangey, but I think first out class was kind of still nice, so I want to keep those in. I don't know if they tap out. I don't know how they beat Dust to Dust the card, but we'll soon find out. Very, very mixed sideboarding there. 1 Carrion Feeder, 1 Lunatic Veteran. I just think the Lunatic Veteran's too good to keep in some so you can do the discarding. It's just too good. And we really have to think about Fade Away. That is a problem, child. I'm into it. I mean, it doesn't have a way to... We don't have white, and we're a little bit slow going, but I think we just keep this because we can play some stuff, and we could just Duress now, I think. Well, under no stress, we just play Swamp. Swamp Pass. And then Duress. They can play Surveillance Cam whenever they want, and like I'm not going to be really playing anything else specific straight away, so I think we just pass. Yeah, and then we Duress, and then we'll Carnarium. Yeah, let's just do that. Wouldn't mind a Faithless Looting off the top. Get rid of this pesky Breathless Knight. We are not running any Blue Blast in our version. I don't mind about that. Mimics, Lone Field. I kind of just want to get rid of this Lone Field, to be honest. Oh, I guess these make mana. Oh, sacrifice this artifact though. I think we get rid of Lone Field. We'll play this. Pick up the Swamp. That Blue Blast doesn't hit that much. Just hits this first dev class, really. Let's look at this revealed. And then they're kind of like just stuck on islands now. Like they can play this, sure, but you know, I didn't realize it was a Lotus Petal. That's why I didn't realize. Yeah, so they're just missing lands. So they can play these mimics, but they don't do anything for a good while. Let us. Can't do much besides play this Putridum, so I think that's what we do. We could cycle and unearth. Maybe we cycle and unearth actually. And try and hit. Nah, let's just play this. They can counterspell this if they want, and then we can unearth it. Well, they didn't do anything about that. Alright, let's pass. A Faithless Looting would be good because like we can just cast it over 2 turns, you know what I mean? Right, they're playing both their Dire Mimics. 2 unknowns. You see why I hit that Lauren revealed? Yeah, there we go. There, yeah, fair enough. Alright, let's go into another one, eh? Alright, here we are on the draw. This is fine. This hand's fine. We got a Faithless Looting that makes it all better. We'll leave with the Caves. It's just the best dual land anyway, and then we can follow it up with you know, Carrion Feeder, Faithless Looting, whatnot. Probably do the Carrion Feeder first and see if we can get any like things we can discard first a bit more before we drop this Faithless Looting. And again, we just draw a Putridum and we can just combo off, which is nice, you know. Ooh, Dressful Bridge. All right. What do we draw? Pursue. That's right. So yeah, we'll play Caves Pass. And we just set up a little bit more. With Carrion Feeder, we'll probably play this Windscarred Crag so we have a white source, and then we'll just go to town. Go to absolute town. Also, it's kind of good to go Carnarium, like return a land, and use that for the Faithless Looting. That is a little bit annoying, so we can't do like a combo per se, which is fine. We just start off with a Carrion Feeder. Yeah, let's just play this Windscarred Crag tapped. Hopefully we just can burn that Null Spellbomb with a Faithless Looting or something. You know, like, or we draw like a Sneaky Snack and we just pursue the past it, and then, you know, that's all we need to do. Alright, Wellspring. It's kind of good to be able to, if they didn't have like a swamp or something, to get them to use the Spellbomb so they don't get the draw. Alright. Breathless Knight. I think, I mean, the best use of mana here, we could do Pursue and then we could do Faithless Looting. So maybe we do that. Maybe we just go and can't do both because the untapped land. Let us Pursue and just discard this Breathless Knight, I think. And then we can... Yeah, because we could draw an Unearth, I guess. Just do it like this. Now we draw that. I kind of almost just want to... Well, I do want to use this Looting now. Try and get rid of some other crap. We could force him... It's funny how this all kind of shaked out here. Let us discard this. In this swamp. Yeah. We just attack for 1, and then like we can just bring in the Snacker next turn. And Faithless Looting. Play Breathless Knight and Faithless Looting and try and bring a Snacker back. Force him to at least use the Spell Bomb next turn. Seeing any green from them. Could they just be red-black artifacts, potentially? Which is fine. Like, that's why we're running Dust to Dust, baby. I think we just try and get them to use this Spell Bomb. No, they're just straight Jund. Okay. Which is fine. Like, we can play against Jund, don't you worry. They're playing Shaman. Okay. But here, like, we can just play... I am going to... Another first dev class. That's just not fun. Let's play this Landscape. And then we will play this, the Breathless Knight, and then we'll just drop a Faithless Looting. And then it just forces them to, I mean, we do lose all our flashbacks, I guess, but they are letting us do that. Can we just get rid of this? I'm happy keeping both our first dev classes. At least they get something, you know, and we can target that. Okay. I think we attack for one and see what they do. Charm's not too good against us. And then next turn we can just pick up this Shattered Landscape, and then, you know, we could probably just tap out and do a Pursue the Past, and then something else. But they tapped out, so at least we get this Sneaky Snacker out. And I think we just, yeah, we do the Pursue the Past, so we can try and get a Snuff out to get rid of these Writhing Chrysalises. Alright, they're just doing this. This is fine. I mean, what we could do is sack the Snacker, I guess. That's fine to do. We'll sack the Snacker. See if they want to deal 1 damage again. Okay. And they don't realize that the Breathless Knight has flying. And then we can just Pursue the Past. We can try and Pursue the Past next turn. They might just want to cycle it. They should cycle the Spell Bomb here, which means we're not going to get a Chrysalis in the face, which is what I also like. Okay, they're doing that. Okay. Let's just Pursue the Past and say go. Because we're almost up to the point where we can first have class massive creature. The other option is 1, 2, 3, 4. No, let's just Pursue. Cast Pursue. So I probably should have taken up a land there. I won first day of class. Bring a Snacker back. This is pretty good. I think even in this regard, I want to keep all the lands around, to be honest. Pick up this, I guess. Yeah, hand's pretty cracked, to be honest. I like a lot. One day they might crack this now Spell Bomb. One day. Are they just doing it to crack a clue? Looks like it. Fair enough. We're almost bigger than this Chrysalis though. I'd be scared about a cast down. Cast down would not be fun. Right, cleansing. I think we're definitely bringing Dust to Dust against them. Snuff outs will be coming in as well. We could bring in some Juruses potentially. Five mana. What are we doing with our turn? I wouldn't mind trying to Pursue again. Probably we just flash back a Faithless Looting, I think, and not use our Pursue yet. There's the Go for the Throat. Look, if they want to attack, I feel like we can deal with the Chrysalis. I also feel like we have heaps of just heaps of ways to kind of get ahead. I kind of just want to use one of these Faithless Lootings. I think what we do actually is we unearth, we cast and we try and unearth a Breathless Knight. It resolves, that's good. And then I think we just do a Faithless Loot. I mean, we could also just Pursue. Can we just Pursue? Just discard the Sneaky Snacker, get a 4/4. Play this Goblin and a Sheltered Landscape and say go. They're really reserved on this, they're really reserved on this Null Spellbomb here. Well, let's just play a Putrid Goblin. And then we'll just sack end step this Sheltered Landscape. We'll get a Swamp, I think. Maybe even a Plains, so we just have another one. I think we do get a Plains, actually. We've got black. I guess we can't instantly just go off if we get a... See, I got the Breathless Knight because I know we had the combo there. We could have gone Carrion Feeder and just comboed, but I'm just a bit worried about then just using the Spell Bomb and then we have nothing. So at least this way, you know, we tested with the Breathless Knight, then we tested with the Sneaky Snacker, didn't do anything. Another Spell Bomb. Well, we're not going to get anything back from the graveyard now. Second Spell Bomb. I think we got a first day of class, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we just hit this for 5 unless they play another one. I mean, that's pretty good for them. Blood Fountain is a little bit annoying. Let's just go to Plains. Maybe what we do is we oh yeah, Snuff Out's fantastic. I was just thinking we could let's Snuff Out this first. We don't have a swamp. We can go get a swamp. I'm just thinking we Snuff Out and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, we just do this tapped. Probably Pursue and get rid of this. Just hardcast this as well, 1, 2, 3, 4, and play a Putrid. I don't hate that either. Yeah, I think we just do this and pay 4. Oh, not pay 4. Pay 4 mana. That's been really cracked. Such a crackly decked, and then we'll just get in. I think they do have a removal spell. Play this. Attack with everything. Even if they're Blood Fountain, like, I'm pretty happy with what we had going here. Go for the throat. Okay. But even next turn, they can go Blood Fountain, but not much else. Do we just use this Breathless Looting? I think we do. See if we can get anything else, like we're just discarding another Pursue or something like that. That is interesting. We're not doing the combo though, let's be real. Although we could, I think we sack this, get rid of this and this. And then we can play Carrion Feeder. Like we can attack, play Carrion Feeder, sack the Sneaky Snackers, and then do the Pursue. Now they're just, yeah. Using the graveyard now. It's fair enough. Now I can't do any of that. Let's we can first have class and get like a burn spell for this Chrysalis and just get in twice. I think what we do then is we just I mean, I think we first have class, Carrion Feeder, attack for 8, get the burn spell, and then end step we do the sacking thing. They can't Chrysalis us here. Been a wild game. These Sneaky Snackers have been very good. They've been very good. Very happy with them. I'm glad we put them in the deck. The Jund deck's hard to play. Like they're like, oh, what point do we play the Chrysalis out? You know, another Spell Bomb. I think because of the Spell Bombs, we're going to just cut the combo. It is kind of nice to have access to some sideboarding though. I think they do have a removal spell on their end. Let us just go this first day of class, play the Karen feeder. Okay. Bold move. Because we can still, I guess we don't know black source, which is the issue. We can get this and give it a counter, but I guess that doesn't do much. Can we just get 5-betting lesson? Let's cycle. Cycle this. That's a good draw. So let's play our creature. The 2/2. This is why I want to bring this one in as well. This is what I was thinking. Is like we do have these random dinky 1-drops to actually do something extra. The 2 cards left. Funnily enough, we're actually not going to crack this landscape until end step, because if we draw Carnarian, then we want to be able to cycle this. It's haste. And then we can attack with everything. Actually, I probably should... no, I couldn't bring that back. I was just thinking we could have... They also have graveyard shenanigans, but yeah, we attack. I think we sack this goblin. Sack the goblin is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Probably nice having another creature around though, that we can also first step class give it +1. I think it's fine like this. I don't think it changes too much. We do this. They're on 6, and then we have a way to get rid of their Wrathing Chrysalis if they play that. Rockland Shaman won't do much because we just sack everything to it. Doing the thing. Getting Chrysalis back. And a Shaman. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, but they can only play the Chrysalis. Unless they draw a mountain. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There's the ticket. So, we actually do bring the Duresses. I do like the Dust to handle the Nile spell bombs. We end like their lands, like we can kind of hit them with that. I'm not too keen on the combo, so we'll cut some of those. I like our combo stuff. I don't think I'm too hot on running our Nile spell bombs. I think extra snuff out's good. What do I want to cut here? Village Rites is good with Sneaky Snacker as well. I think we cut down the veterans aren't as good. Probably cut down the goblins, they're not as good. The Breathless Knights are good. Karen Feeders are good. The Duresses are going to be good as well. We just play more of a value engine, really. We probably cut like a Pursue the Past, just shave on some of the graveyard stuff, and we just bring in more interaction and using like this Breathless Knight, Sneaky Snacker, Spirit Mascot build. The Nile Spellbombs are kind of more for graveyard stuff. The Blood Fountain, they can grind, but you could see there that we just had a decent clock-ish where we didn't need to worry as much. Look, this hand's fine. I think we keep it. It's a little bit weird with just like a basic each you can see here, but I think that's fine. It's weird seeing this first day of class. So here, I think we just play this and we'll go get a Plains. We just pass to them first and let them do their thing. Spirit Mascot, good card. I'm kind of glad we only have 3 in this build though. You can see how it can be a little bit worrying, you know? Playing Lembus. You can see why Dust can kind of be good. We'll definitely be getting the Plains for that reason as well. So if we get the Plains, we draw a Dust. If they tap out a bit wonky donkey, we can hit some stuff. And honestly, they put on top as well. It's interesting. We grab the Plains. We've got to see how good this mana base is with our Dust. That's not a good draw. All right, let's play a Spirit Mascot. Pass. Hopefully we draw a Pursue. would be fantastic. Fan-bloody-tastic. Or a Faithless Looting. I'll take a Faithless Looting, to be honest. Yeah, you can see if we had another White Source and a Dust to Dust, we could just cook them here. Like, take out Blood Fountain, take out the Slagwoods, be on our merry way. They're quite reliant on these artifact lands. They missed on a land drop, did they? Okay. That's good for us. This Village Rites is good with some of these cards. Let's play a Swamp. We just attack for 2, and we'll play this Putrid Imp, I believe. And we just keep up a red, even though it doesn't really matter too much. You can see how demanding mana-wise this deck is. Like, if any of these were dual lands, it would be a little bit different. Yeah. We are definitely attacking just for 2. We'll play this Putrid Goblin. I wonder if they take out the Crackland Shamans. Because a lot of our stuff is just flying. I'm surprised this list actually has grind against Jund though, really. Really wasn't expecting that. Refurbished Familiar. Well, we're discarding this card called Sneaky Snacker. Because I do not want it in my hand. That's good. It's good use of stuff there. And they're just discarding that. Alright, they're not hitting a land. It sucks for them. What I'm gonna do is I might even first day of class. Sounds unhinged, but first day of class. And then we Village Rites, this comes back, it gets a counter. I like a lot. Do that. Let's just get Firebending Lesson for that Chrysalis in the future. And then let's Village Rites. Because this all comes back and the Spirit Mascot gets huge as well here. Do this. Comes back. We draw 2 cards. Which is nuts. And hell, if we just draw Karen Feeder, we have the infinite combo here as well. That happens. They all get counters. We're having a great time over here. Now let's just play a land and say attack. Bing bong. Yep, just blocking that. Makes sense. And look, I'm pretty happy with this clock here. Kind of sucks for them that they haven't drawn any more lands. We're running on basics, which is wild to me. Absolutely wild. But I'm into it. Very much into it. And the next turn, I think we just play like a Breathless Knight. Just hardcast it, you know? If they kept on top, I'm surprised what they kept on top, because they probably need to just look for lands, especially if they only had 2. They're going for the throat that. That's okay. We don't have anything for that right now, but we're still attacking for 5. We've got a very good clock on our hand. That's interesting. I'm going to play the Breathless Knight and then unearth that. That doesn't change anything what we have in play already. So I'm just going to go attack for 5. Play the Knight. Unearth the Mascot. This is cool little aggro list, isn't it? Unearth this, then we get a 3/3. Flying as well. A way to get rid of any blocker they have with Firebending and Snuff Out. We have more creatures in hand. Life is good, you know? Life is good. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Alright. We're on the play. This is where we want to be. This hand is really, like, we're not keeping this. That's what I'm trying to say here. We're not keeping this hand. We need some extra interaction. I'm actually going to keep this because we have Faithless Looting. I'm probably just going to bottom... We got Pursue, we got Putrid. I'm actually going to bottom this Lunoc Veteran because we got most of the combo as well for on a first day. So yeah, let's just go Botville Caverns. Likely just going to be going Faithless Looting, discarding the Sneaky Snacker, and we'll be on our merry way. Yes. Hopefully we just draw Windscarred Crag. That's what I'm hoping. That is what I'm hoping. It's good with these kind of decks so that you can just like quite easily keep a one-lander, essentially. Because we have Faithless Looting and whatnot. Lots of other good fun things. Alright, now we have that. I'm actually going to go Land Pursue. So we get the Snacker out. Hopefully they just don't have Spell Pierce. Don't Spell Pierce me, bro. Be cool. I actually really don't like this Plains, by the way. I'm not a fan of this Plains. With a little rat there with a stick. 4 Spike, you psychopath. You psychopath. Oh, 4 spike. Cat's out of the bag now. We're still going to probably be going Faithless looting the Snacker. We need to be finding lands now. Delver of Secrets. Look, that's a pretty good start. Not going to lie. Pretty good start. The Sneaky Snacker is a very good card. I think we still Faithless looting here. Try and hit a land. We could even try and unearth this. I mean, hopefully we just draw a swamp off the top and then we can unearth a Breathless Knight. That would be nice. Okay, we have the combo. We do have the combo. We're very likely going to be... Oh, this is hard. We didn't play the land, which is the issue. We're probably just going to be flashing back the Sneaky Snacker next turn. I think we're getting rid of this unearthed. Play a land. They go. We'll be doing swamp. And just flashing back the looting, I think. We kind of need to get going once they don't have anything, I guess. And I think with the gaining life and the pursue and whatnot, we can kind of play the Sneaky Snacker out and at least block this Delver of Secrets once or twice. We'll snuff out as well. We do have the combo though. Me likey. Me likey. This doesn't work on the stack because you scry one, then you draw a card. Not how opt works. Are they getting a blind flip? I really hope they don't. It's not going to be good for us. They do get a blind flip off a consider. Okay. It's fine. It's all good in the hood. Hopefully we can resolve the Sneaky Snacker. They're probably going to be counterspelling us, but that's all right. That's why I bring in these life gains versus dealing damage lands, because we're kind of mid-rangey. When we win the game, we can win the game. Like, let's go get a swamp and have a real good time, you know? That's what I want to do. The old Insectile Aberration. What a true classic. Alright, we're just going to go get a swamp. Asvamp. Just take 3 and then... Yeah, I think we just go Faithless looting first. We need to bait out these counter spells. It's never fun to play combo into like an interactive terror build. Like we're probably going to be winning, like trying to win this game doing the Snacker route. Spirit Mascot's interesting. We could play Spirit Mascot and then play Carrion Feeder and then Faithless looting. Probably better. Let's just do it this way and then we'll play the Carrion Feeder. They probably... Oh, they don't. They're not counterspelling that. Okay, well, we'll play this. And then next turn, I mean, we can try and Faithless looting, or if we draw another land, we can do the Pursue the Past. Or probably Faithless looting. Right, getting rid of that. So they're worried about a combo. They must have Snap or something like that, so they can just reset their Spirit Mascot if they want to. We're like, what a bizarre graveyard. If you look at our graveyard, it's just like Pursue the Past, Unearth, Sneaky Snacker, Faithless looting, like... It does look kind of cooked, I guess. I'm definitely leaning towards less combo now. I mean, first level class can also just get like a 5-ending lesson just to handle one of these aberrations. Our Spirit Mascot can get very big though, very quick. I think now we do just Faithless looting. It leaves the graveyard, so we get a 3/3 now. We'll attack as well. They have to counter this Faithless looting, I think. It's kind of just too good. Yeah, we were expecting that. So we still got our 3/3. We will attack. And hopefully we just draw a land so we can pursue, gain 2 life, get the Snacker back. Land's our best draw. 2 cards left. Can we stabilize? That is the question. I think we can stabilize as long as they just don't go Terror 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, it's looking probable. that they're going to play a Terra next turn. All right. Yeah, they got rid of a Lonely Sandbar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when they have enough, if they blind flip, drop a Terra, we're having a bad time. We're having a real bad time. Oh, the double flip. The double blind flip. Oh, this is like the thing of nightmares in the Legacy days. Oh, I don't think we can beat this. It's a bit too good. We're kind of on a 2-turn clock now because I think they're going to play a Terra here. Any form of interaction as well is just kind of cooked for us. What I have learnt is that, like, I guess people are bringing in Hydroblasts against us, which is just like not that good. Mental Journey, that's interesting. Oh, they're just running that instead of Lauren Revealed, just as like a budget. Makes sense. Damn, it really shows you how like the Modern Horizon set really pushed everything, eh? Damn. Right, Thought Scour. I mean, yeah, if they just drop a Terror, we're in not a good place. I mean, even if we see a land hit to pursue, there's an Unearth. Cunning Pursue. I think we actually unearth the Sneaky Snacker, which is insane to do. So we can block one of these, but I don't think this is going to resolve. I was holding control, but I don't think that mattered. I think we attack for 4, and we just first day of class. It doesn't matter anyway, we're going to be blocking one of these, but we first day of class a 5-ending lesson. And then, yeah, we just hopefully block one and then burn the other. That's essentially what I'm thinking. Mental Journey, okay. I mean, we're probably getting into Terra territory now, but we're still holding on, which is what I care about. Not attacking either. Let's just first day of class. Get a burn spell, play our Putrid Goblin, attack with everything, I'd say. Does that pursue the past? I mean, I could do that first and try and hit something, I guess. Probably correct to do that, I guess. Try and hit a land as well. We're not attacking with our creature. I think we pursue, get rid of this goblin. It's not doing much. Gaining life is nice, I guess. No lands though. We'll attack with this Spirit Mascot. Feels so bad just getting a... I mean, our clock's looking not too bad now. It's more if they just play Terror, then we're cooked. But I'd rather just be casting these Pursue the Pass. And getting back this Snacker that way. Oh, okay. Sure. Sure. I'm very fine with that. Very, very fine. Maybe they just thought because they were there because we had this firebending lesson in our hand. Maybe. Oh, they just have another Delver. No terrors. Snapping. Okay. We've got to pursue. So we've got to pursue in hand. I wouldn't mind drawing a land so we can flashback these pursues. Otherwise, I think we're just going to play Spirit Mascot. Looks like they haven't really drawn that much. I am waiting for a Terror to come down. That would be very scary. We get a Breathless Night off. I think if we draw actual like garbage, like a tap land, we'll just go Breathless Night. Alright, they're going deep analysis. They really haven't drawn any terrors. Okay. What do we draw deck? Iconiarium. I think because of this, let's just go play Breathless Knight. We'll pick up like a swamp. We need the plains, and we might need another white source. So Iconiarium, pick up the swamp. Be using all our mana next turn. I can see. Got this. We even just hit that with a 5-betting lesson, and then we can flash back a pursue. Or if we draw, this is our only untapped white source, so we could go Spirit Mascot. Yeah, I think that's probably our best thing, just flashing back a pursue, seeing if that resolves. Don't get the flip, so that's good. They're drawing mono islands, let me tell you. You could definitely run some Red Blast in our build. I think I also want to kind of get down to like some kind of land, more land, so we can either get rid of this Memory Mystic. They have 4 Delvers, but no Terrors. That's wild. There it is. There's the ticket. All right. We've got 2 cards left. Kind of want to keep this 5-betting lesson to scorch that. I think we're going... So if I play a white source, we could just pursue here and try and discard this Sneaky Snacker and then play the tapped, and then next turn we can do another pursue if we need to. And play the Spirit Mascot. We're likely going to be tapping out to 5-betting less than this though. 6, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5. We can do that next turn. I pursue and they counterspell it. It feels so bad. I think even what we do, we have to do it like this, because if they have 4 spike, it's going to be really, really cringe. We'll tap like this. Flashback a pursue. We'll try and discard the Sneaky Snacker. This gets around 4 spike. They do have counterspell. Okay. I think now we could 5-betting less than one of these and just take 6, I guess. We could see what they do, I guess. I think that the last card is a 4 spike. It feels so bad. Okay. The Thought Scouring. I think we do just 5-betting less than one of these now. No, maybe we should just see if they flip. It's unlikely they're going to draw like a counterspell or a 4 spike. And if they don't flip and we just take 6, then you get 2 looks. No, they don't flip. So here I don't want to use the 5-betting lesson here now. I do want to use this pursue though. I want to be doing that. This is 2-2 with lifelink. Maybe they have a snap, I guess. Fuck this. We could just 5-betting less than this pursue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? Let's just do that. Let's just cast on here. Even if it uses up a counterspell, you know. Take 6, we've got a 5. We can try and pursue, gain a life. Then follow up the Spirit Mascot. We might be able to just race with this Breathless Knight that's gaining so much life every turn. They're on 7. I don't think they realize it has lifelink. It has lifelink, opponent. I feel like I can race. They're on 10. I feel like I can race this. Not double Cryptic Serpent. That's not good for us. They opt. I mean, a Snuff Out would be nice. So how are we winning this game? All right, now we're not winning this game. Not a snowflake's chance in hell. Windscarred Crag. So we can go to 9. Do a Snacker. I mean, I think we just start, right? we just start like this. We'll pursue. We need to find some stuff though. I mean, a putrid goblin does help as well. Gain a little bit of life. We block something. We need a goblin though. Or we need to unearth another goblin. Don't think Snuff Out does it. We can block this and take 5 and, you know, it's still... Counterspell? Eof. Alright, we're cooked here. Alright. I feel like we can win this. That was a wild game though. It was an absolutely wild game. So here we do bring in the Nile Spell Bombs. Bring in the Snuff Outs. I don't really like the Duresses. Lunar Veterans are nice. Unearths are nice. I don't mind. I mean, everything's kind of like where we want it to be. I think we take out the combo per se. Carrion Feeders aren't as good. Maybe keep in one first day of class. It is kind of nice over like a Carrion Feeder. And just run this back. I think that's how we do it. It's, yeah. It's interesting, that's for sure. We're basically just doing the first day of class to, technically we still have the combo, but the Putrid Goblins are kind of nice to block, and we could block first day of class, they will come back as 2/2s again, and we get a 5-betting lesson, like, you know, it's not the end of the world. Alright, we're on the play. Well, of course we are, we lost game 1. This is interesting. Let's keep it. I'm going to go Plains and play the Lunok Veteran, and then we just like jam these goblins and play, you know? And then if we draw Faithless Looting, fantastic. Fantastic. These are just like infinite blockers, so we just triple block something, you know? They mull to 5. Interesting. Mull to 4? Oh no. You basically just need an island in a brainstorm, you know? It's a big yuff. Never fun winning off a mulligan to 4, but anyway, we'll play this Sheltered Landscape. We'll go get a Plains. See what I mean with like Hydroblast isn't good in this? Like we have no red spells here. Most of our deck is just black, really. Island what? Island go. Thought Scour. Oof. I think they were looking for those islands as well. Alright. We're still going to tap land, play the Veteran. And then, yeah, we'll just jam out these Putrid Goblins. I think what was crazy is we were very close to winning last game, but we also weren't drawing lands. So that's a big thing about it as well. Putrid Goblin, Lunok Veterans, I'm happy. These are all things that we can triple block a Terror and have a good time, you know? Doesn't matter if we lose them, we'll just bring them all back. Right, they hit their island. Well, I don't want all the Putrid Goblins in my deck. I do want I kind of even yeah. The 3's too many. 3's too many. A 2-mana 2/2 with Persist is a bit much. That's alright. We'll play it. We'll gain our life. We'll have a good time. Faithless Looting is what I want to draw though. Or a Pursue. Pursue would be better actually. Although Faithless Looting will allow us to double spell. So I don't know, do with that what you will. They think they'll have a very just slow go of it. They're also just milling not all the, you know, they've milled like a Delver of Secrets and 2 islands, so they've only milled like an Opt. They're pretty far off. Oh, they're running Jace's Phantasm. Interesting. I mean, it's a good card, don't get me wrong. It's a very good card. We'll crack in though, still. Faithless Looting. Let us attack. We are going to play the Putrid Goblin first. Okay. Oh, they're just like double Thought Scouring? No, they're not. Bring this back, eh? Bring this back. And then we'll Faithless Looting. We could have, I guess, played another Goblin, but What a strange block, because I feel like this Phantasm's close. They can counterspell that. That's fine with me. Let's Faithless Looting and get some stuff in the bin, eh? Hopefully we draw Breathless Knight so we can discard that. That's what I want to discard. Yep. Weren't expecting the Faithless Looting. We'll just discard both our snackers. That seems really good for us. A land drop either. We're not going to use this Unearth here. We are not going to do that. We are just going to flush back this Faithless Looting and get 2 snackers in play. That's what we're going to do. And that's going to be hard for them to deal with. They can play a Terror. I think with infinite goblins and sneaky snackers, we can win this clock quite easily. Ooh. Alright, we're playing that first. And then we just play a goblin. They might even just counter this, which is fine. The fact that we just can block this with like infinite goblins and then unearth, like do another goblin is like, and every time these goblins come back, this gets bigger. I mean, unearth another one, it gets bigger. So we're gonna outclass this Terror pretty quickly. And then yeah, we just go Faithless Looting, get back these snackers. We get a 4/4. They can't particularly attack either. Now we're cooking with some gas. All we need is our opponent to mulligan the 4, and then we have a chance to win this game, just like that. It's been enjoyable though. It's been a fun deck to play, to be honest. Good interaction, some weird, wacky, you know, oh, let's sacrifice these creatures and do this and whatnot. All right, they have 1 card left. They can't attack. All right, they're attacking. We'll block with the goblin. Blocking. The old Gobby's blocking here. I mean, maybe they have some, like a relic or something. Relic would be very good for them. Comes back. Very nice. Very nice. I think now we have everything. What we're going to do now is we're just going to do the Faithless Looting. Oh, not you, not you. Let's cast this Faithless Looting. Bing bong. Hopefully just draw a Breathless Knight, because that'd be cracked. Why do they make Sneaky Snacker? It's such a cook card, honestly. Yeah, you can counter that, that's fine. I think now we just use an Unearth and just get it in play so we can just get more damage in, to be honest. Get 1 back, doesn't really matter. Like, our clock's better than theirs now. Let's just make a 5/5 and then we get on a 2/2, like, yeah. I like. And we can also just block that Flaring Terror with this and then we can pursue it, you know? But yeah, we'll just tag for A and then we'll tag for lethal next turn. They might not even attack because we have lethal here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Laughing. Yeah, they're probably, I mean, and they're not drawing anything. This is a game 3. Unless they draw that damn fadeaway spell. Nope. Alright. Well, let's just go through our paces, eh? Discard this Sneaky Snacker. We might draw Snuff out and just cook this. Discard this. We did. Okay, so now we can win this turn, which is nice. Do we even show them the Snuff out? I think we actually just attack with everything. This is 7/7. Yes, they have to block the Spirit Mascot. You as well. Yeah. I think just because there's no real way they can come back from this, I just don't want to show them the Snuff out. Because it might come up in game 3. Even if they fade away, we can just pay to keep our Mascot alive. There you go. All we need to do is have them mull to 4 and we can win a game 2 here. Yep, and then we just attack with everything next turn. There we go. There we go. Alright. Game 3, baby. We're not changing anything. We are just running it back. This hand's good. The Snuff House not turned on yet, but it's good. I think we keep, but we just go Scoured Barrens first. Be a little bit iffy, I guess, is a problem. Right, now we definitely just play this and gonna get a mountain. We'll pass. Again, the Snuff House not turned on, but we have ways to get the swamps. That's why we're running a bunch of Shattered Landscapes. My thing is, we could technically go get a swamp and just hit this insect liberation, which I'm actually kind of tempted to do. I think we do that, and then it sounds crazy. We have ways to get red, you know. I think let's just save us a long point of pain here, and just try and snuff out that. I mean, they can counterspell, I guess. There it is. All right. It's just our turn looks now. We just play the spell bomb, tapped land, gain life. Another Faithless Looting is not good. It was a risk. It was a risk I took. But they were going to be counterspelling anything, you know? At least now in our turn we could like cycle through this spell bomb. Hell, if we just draw an untapped land, we just play this Breathless Knight and block the Insect Liberation. Real talk, like very much a thing that we could be doing. Very dependent on what we draw. Being on 11 does suck though. That is a terrible draw. We are gonna have to. I was a naughty Nelly. This is my fault. I apologize. We could have potentially have won this game if I wasn't silly. But now we're just playing like spell bombs and we're not hitting another land. The Pursue of the Past help, but you can tell they just have counter spells in their hand. At least we can keep the terrors at bay for a couple turns. The thing is though, they can just Thought Scour a bunch here and then they could still play a terror for 3 mana. Pretty cooked. We might even still, I'm gonna set a stop here. 1, 2, 3. I mean, them just playing a terror here. If they go Island Terror, I think it's just what we have to. If it happens, it happens. Should have gone a red source. I was too saucy. Way too saucy. I hit 2 instant sorceries. They just put on top. I think they just have mono interaction. I mean, let's just cycle through this. It's definitely my fault. That does not help that much. I mean, we will play. We even cut down these Karen Fears, but we will play it, I guess. You can tell they just have mono counter spells in their hand, and they're just going to ride this Delver of Secrets to the end of time. Like they attack for 5. We'll attack for 3, drop us to 5. Yeah. We're pretty cooked. It is pretty garbage time. I guess the thing is we could, if we draw a mountain, we can go Breathless Knight. That doesn't really do anything. Faithless Looting. We need this Breathless Knight just to exist, but it's not going to exist. It's going to have a horrible, painful life. And they definitely have, they haven't played any islands, they have counter spells up. Too greedy I was. Look, let's just play the knight. A little bit of sad how this is how it ends, but this deck was really fun. Maybe the mana base could be looked at a smidge. Yeah, GG's. But let's do a quick wrap up, I say. All right, quick wrap up time. This was the deck. I really liked this deck. This was really fun. Mardu is a fun color pie to play. Everything kind of had its place. Even Village Rites was really cool with like the Future Goblins and First Day of Classes and what have you. Probably the thing that needs to be looked at more is the mana base. Originally, I was running a Cleansing Wildfire mana base, but I feel like you can't run the artifact lands. You have to do something like this. The 1-drop suite is kind of good enough. I'm kind of happy with the sideboard. You can maybe run some other random things like more Wrath effects or something like that. You got the Breath weapons though, so I'm not really too sure. But I think you could possibly just nut out this mana base a little bit more to see how it goes. I mean, end of the day, like 3-color mana bases in Pauper are always kind of a bit of a stretch, but I think maybe even increasing the land count, because even though we're playing all these 1 and 2 drops, we do want to kind of get things going a bit more. And the games we were losing is we weren't hitting our land drops. So you can maybe even go up on some Village Rites or something like that. But very happy with how this kind of came out. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.